Good morning. I am early. Welcome. I think there's about 7 of us here already. Hello, welcome. How are you all? I'm very early. I'm 26 whole minutes early. So yeah. I don't know if anyone's actually here or not. But I am down here where I'm ready. So I thought I would start because I have a list of 32 people that would like some cabbage, which I'm kind of a bit gobsmacked by, to be honest. I was expecting maybe 1 or 2 people to take me up on my offer, and 32 have. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to accommodate everybody. I would like to send out decent parcels. Hi Lottie, and you are on the list, Lottie, for knit, for baby clothes and to try out different knits. So I've even tried to put down if anyone gave me any specifications for their requirements. I tried to do that as well. So I'm going to do my best. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make up 32 bundles or not, but I am going to do my best. I also want to kind of try and reorganize my quilting cubby because it's gotten really messy in there, and I would like to try and reorganize that as well whilst we're here today. So yeah, is everyone ready? Caroline's here. Good morning, Caroline. And Penelope's here. Hi, welcome. So yeah, giant list, 2 secs. Hello, Nancy. So I wrote it out this morning and then I've just emailed it to myself. So hopefully it's turned up on my phone. Thinking about it. Donna says, good morning from New Jersey. Good morning. Yes, here we go. So yeah, I have 32 people who would like it. Majority of them haven't specified, and then some have specified that they would prefer wovens. And Caroline says, sat between 2 lumps of pups. Spud may be going home on Thursday. Oh, Lottie says, that's okay. Haha, I don't really mind. Not baby anymore. He's 6 now, but happy with patchwork clothes, so not fussy. Cool. Okay. Leslie says, good morning, Sean and everyone from East Sussex. Good morning, Leslie. Leslie, you asked for clothes, for scraps for dolls' clothes, didn't you? So I'm going with wovens for you, but I need. So there's definitely 1, 2, 3, 4. There's definitely 4 people that would really like knit projects. So I've numbered everybody in the order that they came through. And what I'm going to do is package things up, put a number on the bag. Then I will put it in the shop and I will put the link to the shop in the person's comment. And then they can say if they want it or not. I think that's the plan. So yeah. Kate E says, good morning all. Gorgeous dress you're wearing, Sean. Thank you. It is the Sew Over Eve dress with the sleeves from the McCall 7537. I love these sleeves. They go with everything. And I thought I'd get away with wearing this dress today because the bottom really needs steaming. But you guys can't see that. So I didn't need to tell you that. So yeah, but it's actually looking way darker on camera than it is in real life, at least on my screen. Yeah, I've got the brightness right up. It's looking kind of very sort of dark on screen. It's actually kind of more of a sort of Air Force blue in real life. I do like the colour it is on screen though. Ooh, yes. And Caroline says, don't mind either way fabric wise. Oh, cool. Okay. And Tracy Gale says, hey there from Melbourne. Hope you're all having a lovely day, evening. Very good. Thank you, Tracy Gale. How are you? Right. So I have scales. I have a box to put this on the scale so that I can kind of weigh the fabric. I've got my bags out, I've got my tissue paper out. I need to get scraps out, don't I? So yeah, I was going to kind of try and put them into colours because Anna's asked for not pink, Nimue asked for blue greens, Caroline, you wanted darker colours, is that right? Let's see. Sandy says good morning. Alina says hello, lovely peeps. Lottie says if it's easy, I'm happy to be a later round. I'm sure you'll have more scraps in the future. I mean, yes, I have enough fabric to make many more scraps, so this will be a regular occurrence. Lottie, you're number 6 on the list, and I'm going to stick with it in because I've written it out, like I say, in order of when people reply to the comments. And I'm going to, and I've numbered them, so I'm going to leave it like that. Thank you very much for being flexible, but I've now made my list. I'm sticking to it. I think the dog wants to come in. 2 secs. Do you want to come in, Suze? Do you want to come say hi? It's warm in here. Come on then. Hello. Hello. Okay, come and say hi first before you do your cat impression, you silly creature. Sorry, I've got you. It's got to be a little bit disconcerting floating in the middle of the air when you're blind. Say hi to the peeps. Say hi to Alex, even though she's not here yet. Yes. She does this cat thing where she doesn't like being on the wrong side of the door. So she'll scrape and bark at it either side. But then when you open it for her to either come in or go out, she will then complain at you and just stand there looking at you like, yeah, no, this is what I want. I want the door open. It's like, no, it's too cold for that now, darling. Far too cold. It's currently 16 degrees in here, which is warmer than it is outside. Oh, are you going to go sit in your bed? You going to sit in your bed? That would be good. That would be good. Somebody, Janet Kingshot, actually asked for dog bed stuffing. So I'm going to, if Janet turns up today, then I might ask her if she actually wants like the coleslaw, not just the cabbage. No, you've had enough? You want to go out already? Go on then. Where's a good girl? Mum's out at church at the moment, so the dog's really confused because she can't find her. So Caroline says, my new cooker arrived yesterday and it's all fitted. I can cook a roast tonight. Yippee. Oh yeah. And Caroline says, yes please, darker better on my pasty skin. Hazel says hello from Newcastle, Australia. Good evening. Nancy says please like the video. Thank you for the reminder, Nancy. Yes, there's 34 of us and 9 likes. Caroline says, hey pretty Susie. The boys both send snuffles. She's patrolling the garden at the moment, looking for mum. She's been crying all morning for mum. Right, okay, so let's get started. I'm kind of really looking forward to this and dreading this all at the same time. Why does my fringe always look so stupid? I really need to get it cut. So now there's a pile of the current projects back here. Oof. Right. So, okay. I'm trying to make them look a little bit nice as well. I've got tissue paper out and everything. Okay, so let's open this. So I've got the box out so that I can put it on the scales. And then try and work out kind of like how much, because I don't want to make these too expensive postage wise, because that kind of defeats the object, doesn't it? So put those to the side. I don't think they're going to fit in this box. Let's do, and then we'll do, okay, that's 1 kilo. Wow, that's 1 kilo of fabric. So I'm going to stick with that, and then we've got some, what I might try and do is just, no, this is good, this is good. I'm not going to keep second guessing myself, because otherwise I could just be here all day, couldn't I? Lottie, this is stuff for your son, isn't it? So like sparkly probably is not the right one for you, because you are my first person who specifically asked for knits. When the brown box has sequins in it as well. Leslie says, could you possibly add a few pieces of knit fabric to Shan, please? If I have enough left, Leslie, yes. Yes, I can do. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put this one, this is going to be Lottie's one. And if your son ends up wearing sequins, that will be fabulous. Oh, I'm going to need a Sharpie, aren't I? This could be quite a scratchy, annoying stream. Lottie says he loves sparkles, pink, whatever. Awesome. He's got some red sequins in here with the red jersey that I used to go with it. So okay, so this I need a Sharpie, which I have got behind you. A nice pink Sharpie. So I'm going to seal the bag up, write the number on it. Number 6. Put that to the side. I'm going to end up with 32 of these. That's going to be a really fun trip to the post office. Okay. My kind of, this is going to be too light for you, isn't it, Caroline? Oh, I need to tick off that I've done Lottie. How do I do that? Lottie. Oh, select all. Select all. Copy. Put it in my lists. Technology, I can do this. New list. Paste. Lottie is done. There's got to be a little tick mark. I know there is. Back there. There it is. Complete. Right. Now that should be, yes, it's in my regular. Right, okay. Tay, tie, tar, sewing, wanted knits. That can be the next one. And Lottie says he's watching. Oh, hello. Hello. Caroline says, no, that's pretty. I just can't manage orange or neons. Oh, okay. So this would be good for you then. There's some sparkles. There's some, I use this for lining for the sparkly ones. So yeah, I'll send this to you then, Caroline. That's good. Yeah, sorry I wasn't willing to bring it to London personally, but I know there's quite a few people who've asked for scraps who come to London, and I just didn't want to end up having to do it for lots of people and then just all of my luggage being fabric scraps, because I need some clothes. My production line isn't quite there yet, but we're going to get there. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Still got to list these all on the website as well, haven't I? Caroline done. And you're number 2. I think this system works. Okay. So, where did I get to with the chat? Lottie says, thank you. Kate E says, completely unrelated to your cabbage packing. Love that. But I've posted a couple of pics of my newly made floor seam top similar to the 8003 in the Facebook group. Awesome. Loads of you guys were telling me about that. Erica was as well. So yeah. Jen and Pin says, hello at Hazel Sanford and Peeps from Newcastle upon Tyne. You're keeping me company while I do housework before going shopping back to work tomorrow. Glad that we can keep you company. Caroline says, yes, please. Judith says, hi, Shannon Peeps. Hi, Judith. And Caroline says, totally understandable given how many of us have said yes. Yeah, if I could just, I mean, obviously not 32 of them are going to turn up at the Goldhawk Road ones, but can you imagine if I had to lug 32 packages? It'd be like, yeah. Okay, we've got a sort of greens, butterscotch and neon there, and that one is going to be going to Tay Tai Ta Sewing because they specifically asked for knits. Knits they shall have. Like I say, if we see Janet Kingshot, please let her know or let me know that she's arrived, because she's asked for dog bed stuffing, and I am very happy to send my actual coleslaw as well. This is going to be a very rattly, kind of noisy background stream, isn't it, with all the packaging going on? I'm sorry about that. I know the noise can be very irritating. Guess what I'm going to be spending my evening doing? Uploading these all to the shop. Okay, so this is number 10. Probably ought to put how much they weigh on there, oughtn't I? I'm giving up on the box idea. Because I need to put how much they weigh. They're all going to be about 1 kilo. I'm going to just say that they're going to be about 1 kilo. Okay, that's all the scraps, nip scraps from the Savannah collection so far. So let's get out the next bag. Oh! I had to move Mum's dog from the rafters because I kept hitting my head on him when I moved. And he's on top of my cupboard in the corner, but he just tried to fall off of the side. Okay. Another bag of knit projects. Who was next? Nicola M was next asking for knits. I think Nicola wanted them for underwear though, so not this next lot. Theo Webb said that she would like, no, it was Theo Ebb, but also correct, has changed it to Webb. Right, okay. So, oh, Susie wants back in. Suze! Come on then. No, that's the, come on. There's a good girl. You gonna sit in your bed? It's next to the radiator. It is. Okay. Wow, this is definitely going to be a very pinky based box or thing, because pajamas. So that's viscose knit. Navy. Can you hear that? She doesn't want to be in here, but she doesn't want to be outside either. Oh Oh, Susie, anyone would think that we were mistreating you. Okay. Can you hear that? Oh, Mum's home. That's good. That's why she's crying. She couldn't work out if she wanted to be inside or outside. She kept scratching on the door, and she's just been screaming at me.
Oh no! Yeah, she must have. I was calling her.
Ah.
I didn't realise where she was.
Ah.
She's going for her walk.
She is. You're letting all the hot air out.
Sorry.
It's all right. Let's see. Elena says the noise stream is a good thing. I'm rearranging a room to fit a bunk bed, so it feels like I'm not alone. Ah, awesome. Phoebe says good morning, everyone. Kate says morning all. Good morning, everybody. Right. Okay. Put some blues. This was the 7-5. No, this was what 7319. Some of these have got glitter all over them from other things. I'm going to put that in with that one. Got some Cobra Corsage scraps. I can go in with that one. I think that pile's done. Need a little bit something extra for this one. Let's have the excess from my nearly disastrous Higgs and Higgs make. How heavy is that? Yeah, that's good. It's quite a nice bundle, isn't it? These top ones are textured, and then there's some viscose jersey in there as well. That's quite a nice one. Except if the person doesn't like pink. But you know what? There's only been a few of you that have specified, so probably should be photographing these, shouldn't I? Never mind. Nicola M says, morning, you caught me out with the early start. Yes, knits for knickers and boxers, lol. Okay, so not that one. How about because you're the next one on the list. I'll send this one to Claire. She didn't specifically ask for knits, but it was knits that I was talking about. She was the first person to comment, so I shall send this one to Claire. Number one. Okay. Let's see on my list. Nicola, you're next. They are viscose jerseys. And there's some cotton jersey in here as well, but it's majority viscose jersey. Right, okay, I'm going to put in the red as well. That's some French terry. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Nicola says perfect. Hubby will wear flowers. Awesome. Gin and Pin says, it was only when you mentioned key fobs as things to make with scraps that I remembered I'd ordered the hardware to make the load, but can't remember where I put the bag and I need to find my seam gauge. You can do it. I mean, this is only my knit scraps. We are going to be moving on to the wovens in a minute. Is Nimaway here yet? Because Nimaway asked for blues and greens. Oh dear, I'm going to add yellow, pink, and yellow, leafy to this next one. Okay. Yeah, sorry, this is going to be a very loud and crunchy stream for a while, isn't it? I shall catch up with the chat in a second. So this is for Nicola, number 12. I might put these on the website at just a little bit heavier than they are, and it will charge you a little bit extra postage for you. But I given that I'm going to be sending out 32 parcels, I don't want to undercharge anyone for postage because I can't afford that. And as I say, I will keep a note of how much postage you've paid, and if it's ridiculously over, then anything over £1 over, I will refund you. Okay, so we've got those ones. We're throwing some pink, some hot yellow, goes with the orchids nicely. There's a little bit of leaves, little bit of leaves, and some more of the white. So it's kind of like a little bit of a colourful one, but there we go. And that's the last knit. And Theo wanted those ones, number 20. So that can go in as well. Right, where did I get to with the chat? And Tracy Gale says, hugs and pats, woofer. Elena says, oh, I've read that one. Sorry. Phoebe said, yeah, read that one. And read that one. Nicholas says, hubby will wear flowers. Perfect, Shan. Awesome. Annie says, afternoon from Australia. I'm excited to finally catch a live hangout. I normally miss them, lol. P.S. Absolutely love your dress. Thank you. No, I keep saying by hand London. It's not. It's the Sew Over at Eve dress with the 7537 sleeves. Okay. Yeah, I was going to take photos of these for the website, but I've just, with 32, I've realised how much work that's going to be. So if the original number doesn't want them, I am going to put them up as a mystery bundle. I'll know which is knit and which is wovens. So I should be able to do that. Oh, empty bag. Rachel's here. Hi everyone. Been tidying up my pit of a sewing room all morning with the help of the hubby. Oh, that's nice. Hi Martin. Hazel says hi Rachel. Kathleen says morning from Illinois. Planning to go through some fabric and patterns while watching. Awesome use of time. But right, let's see if I can get into this cupboard without making the dog fall over again. I did. Now that is my things to be done. That's some trim. Can't give away things that need to be done. So next up we have it's really heavy, my giant bag of woven scraps. And then, as I said, I've got like 2 boxes of it as well. Maybe this better go on the floor, actually. Oh, actually, it can go on my chair. It can go on the chair. That way I won't have to bend down all the time to get it. Move that over. Move this closer. We can do this. We can do this. Debbie's here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Debbie. Caroline says, just got to put 10 meters of milk chocolate coloured viscose twill in the machine to wash. Very nice. Okay. Let's make some more parcels. Right. So I've done all the knit ones. Right, Anna's next, not pink. I think I can accommodate that, Anna. We've got some Kaleidoscope Afternoon from Lady McElroy. Then there's a lot of pink because that was the collection that I worked on. Okay, so they can go over there. There's quite a lot of Lady McElroy, some Michael Miller. That can go in there as well. Mum's dress. That's not pink, is it? Well, there's pink in it. Maybe it shouldn't go in that one. Here we go. We've got some blues coming out now. Anna likes blue. Okay. Yeah, there we go. It's like a history of the dresses that I've made as well. So there's some cotton, Lady McElroy cotton, some viscose, and some more viscose in that one. Definitely not pink. Okay. So Anna, let's wrap that one up. I think what I'll do in future, once I've gone through this list, because I'll keep the list because I don't think I'm going to get to 32 parcels in with what I've got. But I think what I'll do is I'll work through the list and then I'll just start when I've cut out a collection, like I did with the Jersey one. When I get to a certain level of pile, I'll take a photo of it, stick it on the website, and then you guys can have it or not, if first come, first served, and I'll do it that way. It's going to be so nice to have these out of the sewing room because, as I say, they kind of taunt me. They look at me like, you know, you keep saying you're going to do all these things with us and you never do. And yeah. Right. So this is remnants from my dress, my 8577. This is remnants from Mum's 8577. So mine has teal and Mum has pink. Does that go with this lot? I kind of think it does, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm going to do that one next. Let's see, where did we get to? Carmen says, good morning, peeps. Good morning. Caroline says, courtesy of poundmeter.com. Very nice. Me and Carl Sagan, good evening from Melbourne. Just got a surgery for my birthday and ready to test it out while hanging out with the peeps. Oh, how cool. Very nice. Enjoy. Renske says hello, everyone. Hi. I'm so happy doing this. I'm so happy doing this. Because like I say, they're no longer going to be in these bags that I have to tote around when I move the sewing room around. It's like taunting me with that you said you were going to make things with us and you never have. And if somebody did say that they were going to put photos up in the Peeps group if they did make things with these, that would be great. I'd love to see what you guys actually like achieve with this stuff rather than me just going, yeah, I'm going to make all the things and then just not. I was thinking that this is what I was going to get my hair scrunchie and mask patterns out and actually cut some stuff out before I sent it out, because I was like, that's what these were kept for, was to do like little projects like that. And even the thought of it doing it now, it's just like, I don't wanna. I don't mind doing it when I'm cutting out the main thing, because I can just add those little pattern pieces on. But like the thought of like ironing this flat and then cutting it out, I don't want to do it. Which is bad, isn't it? But again, I mean, this is my job and my hobby. Oh, Leslie, that one's going to you. I hope that's okay. I didn't put any knits in there. I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind pink. Leslie, if you're here, do you mind pink? You were here earlier. Leslie's not answering. It's all gone quiet. Right, I'm going to put another. I'll put Leslie's number on it for now, which was number 4. Oh, pink is good. Pink is good. Awesome. There's some Lady McElroy in there. There's Michael Miller. There's stuff from Stitch Fabrics. There's some nice things in there. Okay. Right, I'm going to go and grab this little pile. We've got some greens and stuff here. So we've got some viscose from the fabric room. We've got some Woodland Harmony and quite a lot of Savannah. This one goes with it nicely. And then there is the remnants from the dress I was wearing the other day, the 7537. So that's kind of like a greeny, autumny pile. That's going to Sharon Michelle Webster. Wrap that up. So the packaging products I've got aren't very eco-friendly at the moment. I bought these quite a long time ago, probably about 4 years ago, and no, in fact longer than that ago. And I bought a lot of them because it was cheaper to buy them in bulk. But if I do end up having to buy packaging stuff in the future, I will buy biodegradable ones. So yeah, it's not the ideal situation, but hope that Sharon Michelle Webster likes greeny, savannah-y kind of things. That's number 5. Okay, next bundle. Kathleen says, I have 8 tubs of remnants from decades of sewing. One of the first masks I made was from a dress I made in 1968, an orange and green psychedelic print. Wow. Yeah, I for some reason, every now and again, the mood will strike me to cut out a whole bunch of small projects like the key fobs or hair ties and things like that. But I've realised that I'd rather do that as I'm cutting out the main garment and to try and use fabrics up, and so that I don't end up with these types of scraps from there. But I just don't the will to do that doesn't strike very often, and I'm just thinking that the rate that I sew and the amount that I have, I mean, looking at it, I've emptied 3 cubby holes though, guys. I'm impressed with myself. But the amount that I have, I'm going to create so much scrap and cabbage and coleslaw, and with the rate that the mood strikes me to make these smaller projects, I'm just going to get overwhelmed, and we don't have enough room. And as I say, I've been kind of toting this bag around, and it's really heavy. I've been toting it around the sewing room and just shoving it. There's no place for that one at all. So I just thought, you know what, maybe some of you guys will want these, and apparently 32 of you do. So yeah. I'm very, very grateful, very grateful, because it was one of those things that's just been playing on my mind for the longest time. I don't want to put it into landfill. As I've mentioned, my like proper coleslaw I'm turning into stuffing for dog beds, and I'm going to need to try and work out a better way of doing that, because at the moment they are very I'm not cutting it up tiny. So and as Mum pointed it out, I kind of either need to make a cushion out of that stuff and then cover it so that the cover can be washed, or cut it up tiny so that the whole thing can be washed. So yeah, I mean, like I said, the Janet said that she wanted dog bed stuffing. So if anyone actually wants the coleslaw, I'm happy to send that to you, because the other option is recycling it with H&M, which I have been doing as well. So yeah. Debbie says, hello there. I have just seen the Inside the Hem's first impression of the new Winter Vogue patterns. They are not in the UK yet, but my wallet is in serious trouble. Yeah, I love the new Vogue. There's a couple that are just like that shirt, particularly like it a lot. I am waiting for the Black Friday sale, because I missed out on the Labor Day sale because I had a giant bill came in. So I was responsible, and I didn't buy patterns. I paid my bill. So I am waiting for the Black Friday sale for the Something Delightful, because as I've mentioned quite a few times, if you spend over $75 on Something Delightful, you get free shipping anywhere in the world. And if you're in the UK, as long as you keep it under £115, you won't get charged import or custom duties. So yes. Let's see. Hazel says, sorry, first time to your live. What am I watching? Oh, Hazel, I think I just said, but yeah, I create so many fabric scraps. Like, these are all from garments that I have made over the years, and they're pieces that I just don't want to throw away, because they are like, I can't probably get a garment out of this, but you can see where the sleeves got cut out though. I can't get a garment out of this, but I also I can't bring myself to throw this away. This is, you can get masks out of this. If somebody likes color blocking, you could definitely get like a yoke for a shirt out of this, cuffs and collars and things like that. So I am going through all of my bags of these cabbage scraps to send out to some of the peeps. I put up a request on, or I put out a a question on one of the waffles, just saying, would anybody like these? And 32 people have said yes. So I am, I need to put a tick next to Sharon's name because we've done that one. So I am packaging them up, and the only thing that I'm asking for is for people to pay postage. So I'm going to put them up in my shop. The shop should calculate worldwide postage, send it out, and I'd love to see what you guys do with them. But it's just such a nice relief and weight off my mind of all these boxes of stuff that I've got that are just like, I'm never going to do anything with these things. So yeah. Christine says, hi Sean and Peeps, I have been told to go and sew for a few days while Hubs decorates the living room. I will of course be providing lots of tea and coffee and food. This is very nice of you, and of him as well. What colour are you going? Linda's here. Good afternoon, Sean. You look lovely in that gorgeous dress. Settle down to hopefully watch all the show. Awesome. Welcome, Linda. Okay. Right, I've got, I mean, the other side of things is that this is all going to be very tropical and kind of like, again, a history of all my dresses. Oh, there's some parrots. I made a shirt dress out of that. This particular parcel is going to be a very, very tropical one. Okay, a little bit of red there, some actual rouleau loop made. This is such a pretty fabric, this one, so pretty. Made a sweetheart dress out of that one. Battery on my phone is dying, fabulous. Okay. Right, some more rayon. This one, put some red over here. Let's go for blues and greys in that one. Ooh. Some of the border print that I got some from Mum as well. That can go in this one. I think I've just given up on scales. I'm kind of fairly decent at weighing up what things like weigh. Words are hard. You guys know what I mean. There's some more green and one little last bit of green. Little bit of green leopard. And that one's going to Angela Platz. Okay, where did I get to? Hazel says, oh, I see. What would the postage be to Spain? I don't know. I don't know. I would imagine it wouldn't be too expensive, but it could be, they're all going to be about like 1 and a bit kilos of fabric, so it could be maybe between sort of 10 to 15 pounds. So I appreciate that it's quite a lot of people might say no when they see how much the postage is, and then it will just go up for random people. But at the moment I have a list of 32 people that want it. So I'm not going to take any more names down. I'm going to go through my list of 32 and give them all first refusal. And then, as I've mentioned, when I start cutting out collections in the future, I will just put up the scraps bundle with a photo this time on the website, and people can decide if they would like it or not from there. Okay, so let's hope Angela likes tropical prints. I'm kind of assuming that you guys, the guys that like said yes to these things, are aware that I like particularly tropical prints and stuff. Because if you guys don't like those, you might be in for a little bit of a shock. Sorry, this is not the most chatty of hangouts either, is it? Right, so Angela is number 7. Put a tick next to her. Janet says dog bed stuffing, so I'm going to skip over that one because, like I showed you, some of these pieces are quite large, so I do think you could get clothing, like bits out of them. So the next one is Stephania M, and it says woven. That was all she asked for. So got some blue pieces here. So jumpsuit, shirt and cold shoulder dress, shirt dress, skirt. This was a sweetheart dress, and then I've also got, oh, didn't get my tissue paper out. I've also got some iguanas. That can go in with that one, can't it? That one feels a little bit light. Need one more bit of blue. Let's some blue. Oh, look, there's some blue. There's some pink that can go in there. A little bit. This was a McCall 7574. And this one was the Butterick 6554 wrap dress, and this has come all the way from Spain. And I have a little bit of that left over. I think did I end up with a little bit of that left over? Might have given it to Mum. So this one is for Stefania. Charlie says, still hoping you might want to sell your black cobra corsage dress to me for my daughter. Name your price. Happy to pay you for the postage too, of course. I am thinking about it, Charlie. Okay, guys, let me know what you think about this, because Wilson and my mum have been pressuring me to do this. Let me just package this one up. Let me just get this one wrapped up. So that was for Stefania, which is number 9. Okay, just put this down to the side, and then I want to run something by you guys and see what you think. Okay, so Mum and Wilson have both been saying that I should do this. So as you guys know, I take a lot of things to the charity shop, and Mum and Wilson say that I should put them up on my website for you guys to have first refusal on. Now, what I don't want to do is undercut any other seamstresses out there. And I do still take commissions, but I charge £30 an hour with a minimum of a 15-hour, like, because of muslining and shopping for fabric and things like that. So I obviously wouldn't charge £30 an hour for the things that I'm going to, like the clothes that I've, like like this, for example. So I wouldn't charge £30 an hour for this shirt. What I would do, and what I was thinking about doing, is charging for the materials. So there's like nearly 2 meters of fabric in here, and it was £10, so £20 for the materials, and then putting on a one-off charge of £30 for my time, saying and putting in the description that that is a handmade shirt will cost you way more than that, and that the £30 is a kind of like a paying for my time and work that went into it. I mean, because obviously this took a lot longer than an hour, but what I don't want to do is undercut people that do take commissions and make clothes for other people. Now, obviously this is not made to fit anyone except me, but I'm kind of thinking that way there's like a nominal charge for my time, and say that it's a nominal charge, and say that, you know, if you were to have a custom made shirt made by a seamstress, then it would cost you so much more. But this is like, I don't know, I feel really uncomfortable charging for this. I would, you know, but then I don't know how much the charity shops are selling stuff for. I've seen it in the window, but I've never gone in and looked. So Charlie, you're saying you understand my thought process. There are 4.5 meters of Cobra corsage in that dress that you're asking for, which is fine, but that's £15 per meter, then plus a £30 nominal charge for the making of the thing, which does not make that an expensive secondhand dress. It does make it a very expensive secondhand dress. So I don't know. What do you guys think about that? How would you approach it if you were to do something similar? Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons that I do send stuff to the charity shop, is because I want to support the charity. I use the RSPCA charity shop, and I support the RSPCA, and I want to, you know, I used to send them money monthly. I haven't got the funds to do that anymore, but this is one of my ways of supporting them. But then I know so many of you guys have been like, oh, I'd like that as well. So I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Stitch, hem, sew is my next on my list, number 11. Where did I get to with the chat? Let's catch up with the chat. Christine says it's going to be a very pale green as the room is quite dark. The new rug he's ordered has palm leaves, and I think he's been subconsciously influenced. That sounds divine. Kathy says, good morning, Sean from Pennsylvania. Good morning. Susan Cook says, good morning, everyone. I want to watch all of your vlogs, but rarely comment. Shy by nature, Sue. You're welcome, Sue, and thank you for joining us today and saying hi. Kathleen says, just checked out the gorgeous new Vogue top. Interesting that there's invisible zips in the cuffs. Zimmerman do that a lot as well. It's gonna, yeah. I think the only thing that I would do with that new shirt is that I would make the collar and collar stand a little smaller. And I know that's part of its charm, but I personally love the body of the shirt more than I like that really high collar, and I think it would just get worn a lot more if it was a little bit lower of collar. Hazel says, okay, maybe next time, good idea. Hazel, this is going to be an ongoing thing. So if you ever fancy one of these bundles, they will be in the shop going forward. Like I say, once I've got through my list of 32 people, then I will just be putting them up as a general free-for-all. So yes. Carol says, good morning from NYC. Good morning. Mim73 says, love your dress. Thank you very much. It is the Sew Over at Eve dress with the 7537 sleeves on it. Fabric from the Textile Centre, completely influenced by Lynn from Aussie Blackbeard. She got it in the terracotta colorway, and then I was just like, I need that. Judith, ever so often, good afternoon from Yorkshire. Good afternoon. Charlie says, I'm in the UK and my daughter has been suffering with a heart condition plus issues with her flat. She is in uni 300 miles from me, really needs cheering up. It is, of course, your decision. And Charlie says, I understand your thought process and I want to spoil her. I'm Charlie, email me, but so 4.5 meters at £15 plus 30 quid plus postage. And it is a second-hand dress, please bear that in mind. And it does have that little fault that when you wear it, because I didn't use it, it does drag down at the front. So bear all that in mind. Angela says, so exciting to have my name read out. When will these be going in the shop? Sorry if you've already said that, but I missed the beginning of the hangout. Angela, I am going to be doing, I don't know, did you see what colours you got? I think you got the pink bundle, I think. I'm going to be working my way through it this evening. So again, please bear with me. I know there's a few people that have already been going through the shop looking for it and can't find it. Please bear with me. It will take me a little bit of time to do this. It's also going to take me a little bit of time to go to the post office, because I am not going to bombard the post office with 32 parcels in one go if I even get to that many this evening. But it will be done as soon as humanly possible. So just bear that in mind. Dee says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dee. Elena says, the idea is awesome. You're just too kind to people. Phoebe says, you could always sell the clothes this way and then continue to support the charities by donating a small proportion of it to the charity. I would still do that. Yes, definitely. If I did that, then I would be able to monetarily start donating to the RSPCA again. So yeah. Claire says, morning. Oh, Claire, you were the first. Your bundle's been packaged already. And Claire says, afternoon. But your bundle has been packaged up already. You were one of the first ones. So if you want to see what was in it, you might need to watch the stream from the beginning. Gosh, we've been going for an hour already. Eileen says, hi, Sian. This is a very relaxing watch. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Laurie says, good morning from Kansas, USA. I'm sewing along this morning, making Halloween costumes. Very cool. Christine says, I don't think £30 charge on top of the materials is reasonable. People will either buy them or not. It's your job after all. If things don't sell, you can donate them then. Yeah. Did you mean to say it's reasonable, Christine, or unreasonable? Because I don't think a £30 charge on top of materials is reasonable. People will either buy them or not. It's just, yeah, I see this as a thing. I'm worried that I'm feeling like I'm overcharging people, but realistically, if I was making it for them, then it would be a lot more expensive. So yeah. Eileen says, regarding your question, I would do something much simpler. Say standard X by X for a top, Y for a dress, etc. People can either buy or not. You could also give 10% to the RSPCA. Sorry for the typos. Yeah. The trouble with that is that different fabrics cost different amounts. Which is why I was thinking like the material cost plus the £30 might be, I don't know. Christine says, sorry, yes, sorry, the £30 is reasonable to charge. Thank you, Christine. I was like, did I read that wrong? Yeah, cool, okay. Jennifer says, I think only another sewist can understand the work involved in making a handmade garment and the cost. Why not de-stash your wardrobe to people who will appreciate the work? Yeah, that's another thing that I like. And because, as I say, there's been a few of you that have asked for things over the... Yeah, and then if I sell them, then I can donate a proceeds, you know, sort of 10-20% to the RSPCA, which is what I would do. Yeah, Alison says, happy Sunday, Sian and Peeps from Bendigo, Victoria, Australia. Hope everyone is well and happy. I'm making the Monty shirt dress by Starlark and the Adrian blouse. How is Chiana today? They sound very nice, Alison. Chiana is good. I don't know if she's still in the window. No, she's back on the bed. She is good. Charlie says, happy to pay. Awesome, Charlie. I think I might take you up on that then. I will put it through the wash first so it smells nice. Obviously. Svetlana says, don't think about it as selling things you made, but as a way to let people support you. Yeah, that's what Mum and Wilson have been trying to bang into my head. I just feel, I don't know, I feel just, I mean, I'm proud of my work. I'm clearly good at what I do. Which sounds really big-headed saying it out like that, but there are so many things that I've tried in my life that I've been mediocre at, and this I'm good at, and I enjoy it, and there's a lot of love and passion that goes into these things, even when I don't particularly end up liking the end result. So I don't know, the idea of people having my work and me charging for it. I mean, when I used to make ready to wear, like made to measure stuff for people, then I used to, you know, I didn't charge them enough then. I was charging £15 an hour, and I've upped my rate to £30 an hour plus a minimum of 15 hours. So pretty much everyone says no, it's too expensive, which is the idea. Like, I think that's reasonable. I think for a skilled worker, I think £30 an hour is actually a very decent amount of money per hour, and I don't think I've outpriced myself of the market for kind of snobbish reasons, but it's also I'm just not willing to put that much effort and work into people's stuff anymore for under the value of what they should be paying for it. So yeah, again, I just feel really funny talking about it because it's like, I'm fabulous, pay me all the money. I mean, obviously that's not what I'm saying, but yeah, you know what I mean. Carmen says, I think it's totally fair how you think about charging, a bargain in fact. Also, the dresses you don't wear much, if at all, is that really secondhand? This is true. Charlie says, thank you. Should I send you details via Facebook page, messenger page? Yeah, Charlie, message me, either email me, info@kittenishbehaviour.com. In fact, if you wouldn't mind emailing me, info@kittenishbehaviour, all one word, .com, that would be great. And I will set it up on my website for you, so that you can pay through PayPal, even if you don't have a PayPal account, and that way you're protected and I'm protected and it's all official. It goes through the shop because it is an income, so it's stuff that I will have to declare to the tax man. So yeah. Let's see, Caroline says, but if someone meets your price, then they obviously think your work is worth it. Yeah, absolutely. Like a couple of Christmases ago, I'd made a purse for this guy's girlfriend, and then he came back to me the next Christmas and he wanted a handbag, and I changed my pricing, and it went up to, it was the Astoria made from leather and a quilting cotton, and I actually priced the bag at £450. And he was like, well, that was steeper than I was expecting, but I also appreciate how much work goes into it and the craftsmanship and the cost of everything, because he wanted leather and he did 2 skins. There was a lot of hardware that went into that bag. It came out as a beautiful bag. I'm going to need to put my phone on charge because it's dying. Yeah, so he paid the 450 quid, and he'd talked to his a work colleague about it who wanted a really specific NCW for his girlfriend. He wanted to have like their picture printed on fabric, and he wanted this and he wanted that and he wanted the other, and his worked out about £325 all in. And bearing in mind that 450 and 325 weren't including a profit for me, that was just paying for my hours of work that went onto it, and I should have included a profit on it as well. But it got to the point where I was pricing up and it was just like, 450 quid, he's never going to say yes to this. And he did. But that was the last commission I did. And I haven't really been, I've had a few people, repeat customers, come back and just say, oh, I'd love to have this, that, or the other. And I've been like, yep, sure, no problem. But my prices have gone up and this and this and this. And so I had a wedding dress that I've made for a previous customer and the bag and things like that. But I don't enjoy commissions the way that I used to. So it's also one of those things where it's just like, I much prefer teaching and making things for myself, using those as teaching tools, to actually, doing ready, like made to measure for people. Hazel says, what would the RSPCA have charged for your garments that were given to them? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. I've seen them in the window a couple of times, but I never went in to have a look. So that's the other thing, is that I feel like they probably won't be charging what I'm going to be charging for them. And I feel, but that way they get, if people do buy them, then I can donate to them monthly 10 or 20% of the profit, and then they might get more money from me that way than they did previously. Yeah. Eileen says, I understand, but you are planning to give them away for nothing, so the original cost doesn't come in. Why add the complication? Whichever you decide, there's no need to justify the price. This is true. This is true. Yeah. Yeah, I just saw it as a donation to the RSPCA, really. Yeah. Elena says, think about it as you're having a garage sale, and think about how much new fabric you will be able to buy. I'm trying to get rid of the fabric. I'm trying to destash or like sew through this. So yeah. Lottie says, you are fabulous and deserve the money. Oh, thank you, Lottie. Lottie's had 2 coats from me, and I know one of them fit and one of them didn't. But yeah, do you wear the red one, Lottie? Marie says, hello, Shine and Peeps from Long Island, New York. Good morning. Charlie says, no problem, and I do have PayPal. Awesome, Charlie. Cool. I shall speak to you a bit later then. Judith says, I'm cutting out by hand London Anna for my daughter in the Atelier Brunette cotton lawn, and a bit miffed about the fabric allowance. Pattern says 2.2 meters. Knowing my pattern Tetris, I bought 2 meters, loads left. Ooh, wow. Nancy says, why don't you start with a test run? Find 10 garments of different fabrics, etc. See how you feel once you make your donation. If it feels uncomfortable, then rethink it. Yeah. I think that might be what I will do, is give it a trial and see. Because you guys, I mean, it'll either sell or it won't. And then that will tell me if it's something that you guys are after or not. I mean, because the other side of things as well is that they're all going to be my size. So that kind of limits the market as well to a certain size group, doesn't it? So, yeah. Nimue says, hello, Peeps from very sunny north of Germany. I'm going to be in and out today as I have to finish my mum's birthday cake and then eat it. Nice. Nimue, you are on my list for blues and greens, but you are, I think, number 27 or something, so you might be the next round. Judith says, I chopped up an old Eve dress for a toile, so I couldn't calculate what I needed. So couldn't calculate what I needed. Going to use them for a colour block top, but still. Do you like the Eve dresses? I don't need any more. Lottie says, oh, I meant to say there is a newish sewing shop in York looking for people who want to run workshops if you're ever looking for a location up north. Ah, cool. Which one is it, Lottie? Because again, I don't want to sound up my own backside or anything, but with workshops, there needs to be a minimum number of people that come to it to make it worth and make it end up getting off the island, because it's not just I can't just get a train up in the morning, like a really early train in the morning. I would have to get like the midnight train and then be on the train for 7 hours and then teach, and that just wouldn't happen. So yeah, it ends up like a 2-day class ends up being a 4-day excursion. So yeah. Lottie says, I'm sorry, I ended up donating it after going up several sizes during lockdown. That's totally fine, Lottie, totally fine. Did you get to wear it ever? But I know it fit you when I sent it off to you. Let's see. Nimue says, oh, I've read that one, sorry. Racer Girl says, I'm late for the live stream. Oh, well, you're on the list as well, Racer Girl. I'm sure you are. Hang on. Sorry, my phone is dying and my charger's out all the way over here. 29. Yeah, Nimue, you're 27. Racer Girl, you're 29 on the list. And I'm currently at 11. Yeah. Alison says, I bought my very first Lady McElroy fabric. It's the Artisan Splash fabric. I am in no doubt this won't be my last. I'm going to concentrate on buying better fabrics rather than from Spotlight. I have a huge love for Lady McElroy, and I'm glad that you guys are getting to experience it and see what my obsession is all about. Elena says, okay, but then you can think about getting more expensive fabric for some special projects. This is true. Yes, this is true. Nimue says, good thing scraps a never-ending phenomenon. Yes, definitely, Nimue. I mean, I'm only halfway through this bag, and I do have, I think, 2 other boxes to go through as well. So I don't think we are going to quite get to the end of the 32 people today on the list, but we are going to get somewhere. So let's get some more out. Okay. So this is some kitty cotton that Anna sent me. It's very cute. It's a red pile. That failed dress. This is a peachy one that can go in there. Purples and greens. Okay. I've got some grey, pink. Can go over there. We'll put some darker ones in this one. Yep. Peachy. And yep, some dark ones there. Already put that. Oh, that can go in there because we've got the white and the pink of that print in that one. Racer Girl says, thanks so much, no worries. Phoebe says, I should be teaching my first workshop in my uni town, so I'm glad that I don't have to travel very far. It's still very nerve-wracking though. You'll be brilliant, Phoebe. Just enjoy it. I was so nervous the first time. I was literally shaking, but it was really fun. Lottie says, yeah, wore it a couple of times, and as I do have the pattern, I know how much I need to lengthen the sleeves torso by when I go back for your alterations. Oh, cool. Nancy says, have to go, meeting a friend who I haven't seen for a couple of years. Have a happy weekend, everyone. Have a lovely time, Nancy. Thank you for joining us. Alison says, there are now a lot more sellers, both online and actual shops, that are now stocking Lady McElroy fabric, as well as other premium brands. I'm still wanting the catwalk fabric, and it is sold out. Yes, that is a pretty one. Right. Okay, we've got our first little bit of some polyester there, but it is very pretty, and I made a skirt from that one, so that can go there. And some navy, mustardy colour, some more navy. Okay. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to stop there for these ones. They're not quite as big, but... Or do I put them together? No. Because we've got some of my curtain fabric, which I want to keep. And there's some coating fabric, which can go in there. And this was my coat. That can go in there. And then this was the top of a pair of, it was a jumpsuit, and I took the top off because I didn't like the top of it. It was impossible to get in and out of. And then I also have a dress out of that fabric as well that I want to keep. So I'm going to put that in my projects to do. There we go. And then this velvet, where can this go that won't be in the way? Because I think it's going to be good for like waistband. I'm thinking I'm going to make a skirt or something out of that rest of that velvet. Where does this go? Over here. There we go. It's got shoved in there. Right, so I've got 4 more parcels here to package up. Then I've got a blue box to go through, and then we're done. I don't think I'm going to get to the end of the 32, but we shall get there eventually. I shall keep the list, and when the next lot go up, I'll give them first refusal. Let's see. Phoebe says, I have the Lady McElroy fabric that has the pandas on it. I think it's so cute. Just saving up the money to get enough to make an 8577. I have a remnant of that as well. I'm going to make a shirt out of it. It's very cute. Alison says to Phoebe, there are so many of the Lady McElroy fabrics that I'm wanting, but it looks like I will have to order Catwalk from Minerva. Alexandra, hello there. Do not forget to like the feed, dear ones. Oh, yeah, there's 110 of us and 39 likes. 40 likes. Thank you for the reminder, Alexandra. Hazel says, I have never yet made clothes, but would love to learn. But at the moment, things are getting in the way. But I am determined to at least try. That's awesome, Hazel. You can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Sarah says, hello, love. I love your dress. Just finished hoovering. To me, that one is a workout. Nice. Rachel says, just finished my Pleiades. Thanks for the inspo. Oh, awesome. Can't wait to see it, Rachel. Racer Girl says, YouTube is a great resource to learn how to make clothes. That's how I learned. I'm still learning. Definitely. Carolyn says, hello, sweet peeps. Hello. Welcome. Okay. A little bit more scrunchy, I'm afraid. Okay, so this one is going to go to, need to look on my phone. This one is going to stitch, hem, sew. Okay, so, oh, and stitch, hem, sew was number 11. 11. Okay, and next on the list is Deanna Loves Sewing. I think you're here, aren't you, Deanna? Is Deanna here? Because I have 3 piles and I just would like to ask which one you would prefer if you're still here. I need to pull the table out and see if I can get the boxes out as well. I'm going to give that a try while I wait for Deanna to say if she's still here or not. I know she was here earlier. I'm pretty sure she was here earlier. You're on the move. Right, let's have a look at these then. One. I think this one's empty. Yeah, that one's empty. This one has some fabric in it. Got some Kobe corsage in there. Okay, that one's now empty. That's all my scuba. That's staying because I do intend, and that's more scuba. God, I've got 2 boxes of scuba. I intend to make swimsuits out of those at some point. I made 8 swimsuits out of them so far. But then I've got my box of cotton scraps, which is really heavy. Okay, I got the box out. Right, now I've got to put the table back with even more weight on it. I'm very strong. I am not strong. I'm strong. There we go. Okay, Deanna has not replied. I'm sure she was here earlier. Wasn't me seeing things. Alison says, I ordered some fabric samples this week from Tessuti Fabrics, and part of the order is some Dolce & Gabbana fabric that is £130 a metre. I just want to see and feel the fabric. Tessuti Fabrics are now stocking designer fabrics. Very nice, very nice. And then Stitch Treasures has just sent me $10. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. And then Elena says, are you okay there? Yes, I am strong. I mean, I am not. I am a total wuss. That was heavy. Debbie says, your clothes selling plan is a good one. If you're cutting back on new fabrics, some money can create an emergency chi vets fund. Exactly. And also this, because my next dentist appointment is going to cost me £400. So yeah, right, so I'm going to send Deanna one of the smaller bundles just because the I know she's abroad, so I'm going to do the kind of reds and pinks in there. There's some of Dad's shirt at the bottom, dress, top, beach pajamas, another top, another dress, and then this little bit here, I still have a decent size scrap that I'm hoping I can get a top out of, but Rachel sent me this with a KB pattern swap. Gosh, it was quite a few years ago, wasn't it now? And I made an Eve dress out of it. This is like dress archaeology as well. It's really fun going through all of these. again, sorry about the rustling. Okay, let me have a look, see what number that was, because I've forgotten already. Number 13. Number 13. Okay, so I'll put that down here. And then number 14 is MA Scions. Okay. So this one is an 6544. Some cobra corsage from my Eve dress. That's a 6300. This one was a skirt. Some more Lady McElroy, the Korea Palms. That was a Eve dress. This was a jumpsuit. This is the same one that was turned into a skirt. That was a 7537. And then some offcuts of the coat, my rainbow coat. Emmy, if you're here, that's what you're getting. Ooh. My sticker unstuck. And this is number 14, isn't it? Because that previous one was 13. I think these might be quite fun for people who are new to sewing as well, or live in different countries, because it will give you an idea of the kind of fabrics that we have in this country. Again, I'm not going to label them all. Obviously, people can refer back to this video, but yeah, the like trying to label everything would be impossible. So okay, so that's number 14. Where did my pen go? Ah, hiding under the thingies. You guys have gone very quiet in the chat. Debbie was the last one saying cheese Vetsvilles. Are you just listening to me randomly waffle? That's totally fine. Racer Girl says, no need to label, you have done enough for us. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so who's next? Any Scions. Next we've got Jill M. Jill with a J. Get rid of some of this. Okay, so empty bag. Empty bag. This lovely bag was something from the very lovely Michelle. She sent me 2 of them. Try and fold it down nice and neatly so it can live inside of its other one, which is where all my Joanne bags get stored for when we go to shows and things. There we go. My bag of bags. They used to be full of fabric as well, so I'm feeling very virtuous. Right. Okay. Next box. This is the last one. Boy, that's heavy. Right, I'm going for kind of like tans and browns here. So I know there is, here we go, got some tulips. Let's see, Phoebe says, I'm just doing some embroidery on a shirt collar for a uni project. Ooh, very cool. I want to do like a butterfly embroidered collar. They look so pretty. Elena says, just moving bookshelf into place. Now I need to fill them back. Good luck with that. Sarah says, I missed out on what you're doing. Sorry. That's all right, Sarah. I am, lots of you guys were up for taking some scraps off my hands. And when I say scraps, we're talking like that kind of size of things, which I have kept. I made Mum a skirt out of this. It's a quilting cotton. It's very pretty. I made Mum a skirt out of this, and I've made some key fobs out of it, lined some bags with it as well. And it's just been in this box for, when did I make Mum's skirt? When she went to Tenerife. That was 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Yeah. I am not going to make this many bags with them. I love making bags. I haven't made a bag for ages, and I am going to be making some bags to go with my Savannah collection. But yeah, I keep thinking, oh, I'll make bias binding or face masks or hair scrunchies, or I'll use it for a yoke of a shirt, and I just don't. And it's going to waste. Like, I mean, I've pretty much all of these things, I've made something out of them, and they're very pretty. I'm not the kind of person that is going to make small projects. It just doesn't excite me. And I put it out to you guys, and you were like, yes. 32 of you have said, yes, I will take your cabbage off your hands, which is amazing. So thank you very much. And that's what we're doing today, is sorting it out. So that was a really big piece, and then we've got like a little piece of the top of some trees as well there. But again, you can totally make a key fob out of that, and it would be a very pretty key fob. But yeah. Oh, I think I need to keep that. Yeah, this one I'm going to struggle with. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm also going to put in the soap Alexander Henry. This is very old. Put in some of that for this one as well. And hopefully, who did I say this was for? Who did I say this is for? Jill, number 15. Hopefully Jill likes Alexander Henry. So, little parcel for Jill, number 15. Nimue says, I had to crawl under my table to plug in a small sewing machine that I use for patchwork. Piecing seemed like the perfect project to tackle while I can't work on something continuously. Seems like a very good idea. Caroline says the tulips are pretty. Phoebe says it's a circular pattern inspired by a jacket from the 1790s, sorry. Oh, let's see, just doing some embroidery. Oh, very nice. That's going to be very pretty. Eleanor says those tulips are so pretty. Caroline says to Phoebe, would love to see the design. Could you put something in the Peeps group? Yes, please. And Phoebe says, is that on Facebook? It is indeed. And if you would like to join the Peeps group and you haven't already, there is a link in the description below this video. And there are 3 questions that you need to answer. Please answer them. They are very silly. You don't really have to accept Shiana as your overlord if you don't want to. It's fine. But please do answer them so that I can see that you're a real person. Jen Pin says, had to intervene between Ptolemy and Calpurnia. Think she started it, running the wall of death. They are ignoring each other now. Oh! Caroline says to Phoebe, yep, come join us. And Hazel says, are you on 16 now? No, the last one I put down was 14. And it is Jill M, number 15. Okay. I am going to be really interested to see what you guys do with these little parcels. So do feel free to put up any projects on the Peeps group. Would love to see what you are going to get up to with these. 15. Need to go and put a tick by it and then move on to the next one. Okay, next is Shelley's Creations with a CH, Shelley. Right, okay, what are we going to do for you? Okay, we've got Semi-Naked Ladies. This is quite a big piece. Again, it was like kind of kept with the idea that I would make a bag out of it or something, but I'm not going to do that. I made a dress out of it, which I love. Mum's made a couple of masks from the Semi-Naked Ladies. So somebody else may have the Semi-Naked Ladies. And I appreciate that this might be a stretch too far for some people that might not like it, but there we go. We also have some Cobra Corsage and some super sparkly shinies. This is going to be a very eclectic, little grab bag. Take the green out. Some Cobra Corsage cotton lawn pieces. So we're going for kind of a dark theme here. Oh, look, there's some more Semi-Naked Ladies. Let's hope she likes the Semi-Naked Ladies. Where did I get to? Phoebe says, I'm just joining now. Nimue says, second seam and my feed dogs are on strike. Lasai. Oh no. Miss Evie says, good morning from the middle of nowhere, New Mexico. 6 a.m. here. Good morning. Caroline says to Phoebe, we have fun. Have you decided between the Friday or Saturday for the next meetup yet? I haven't yet, sorry. I need to work out when I'm going to London next, which I think is the 19th of November. So yeah, because I was going to be going next weekend, wasn't I? And I'm not now. I'm going a bit later. Alexandra says, when you make the McCall 7945 in the electric feathers, how did you find the fit of the bodice? I'm the largest size and wondered if my D cup would need a full bust adjustment. Made, not mage. Right, 7947. I think, hang on. See if I can find the pattern, because I think 7945. 7945, not 7947. I think. Right, I did a size 6 for the waist, and it still was giant on me. And then for the bodice, I did a size 12, graded to the 6 at the waist, and it fit my bust really well as a size 12. My bust is 38 inches, and a size 12 is 4. Size 12 is 4 dresses. We'll call dresses. Where is my 7945? That's not good. Where have you gone? I think the size 12 is like a 32-inch bust. There it is, found it. Size 12, 34-inch bust. And I have a 38-inch bust. Okay, I'm going to need to make some more room because I'm going to start some other little piles. So we've got a red pile going on here, a blue pile, and a green pile. Okay, so this fabric and this fabric were part of my KB pattern swaps, and they've come all the way from South Africa. No, this one came from Canada. This one came from South Africa. I've used this for the lining of my Carter messenger bag, and then this for the lining of the pocket of my Carter messenger bag. So I think they're beautiful. I know I'm not going to do anything. Am I going to? No, I'm not going to do anything else with it. So somebody else should get the beauty of it because it's just going to go to waste otherwise. And blue, put some slither in. Okay. Let's see, where did I get to with the chat? Racer Girl says, I'm a walking typo translator, lol. Sarah Jocker says, I like it. Racer Girl says, I know what you meant. Phoebe says, what fabric collection is Semi-Naked Ladies? I think it's gorgeous. It is called Sirens, I believe, and it's an Alexander Henry print, and it was quite an old one. 2012. You can find it on Etsy, I think. Elena says, those naked ladies will be perfect simple book bag. Yes. Brookdale says, oh, I love the ladies and the snakes. Gin and Pin says, I realised that this will be my last hangout until December. I volunteered to work an extra clinic for the next 5 Sundays working on getting those waiting lists down. Oh, that's so lovely of you. We shall miss you, but very, very nice of you. Caroline says, I have the day off on that Friday, the 19th. I think that's when I'm travelling. I will put it up in the Peeps group soon, I promise. Sarah says, wow, beautiful collection. I need to join, but the Facebook, I'm having problems with Facebook. I am only on Instagram as Bambol Creations by Sarah Jane. No worries, Sarah. I put this up as a, like, if anyone wants these, I put it up on the Daily Waffle. So you won't have missed out by not being in the Facebook group for that. And you don't have to post the things that you make with it, it's fine. Debbie says, I need a new purse and was thinking of getting an NCW. Is that still the best for loads of compartments, or is a better one come out since then? I need a mum purse that can hold everything. I would recommend the Penny Inn. It is a chunky beast, but she's broken it down into video lessons, and it's really easy to do if you follow along with the video lessons. And it's even chunkier and more stuff than the NCW, and you can use it as a bag as well because it has, you can put like a shoulder strap on it as well. Alexandra says, thank you for the help. The 7945 looks like a great dress for our hot summers here in Australia. It was one of the only things that I wanted to wear when we had our heat wave here, and I know we only got up to like 35 degrees, so not even close to Australian summers. But yeah, totally. Claire says, just pop back. I'm actually wearing a pink cardi, maroon cords, and a black jumper with red roses on it. Pink bothers me not. Signed up to the Peeps group with careful consideration. Awesome, Claire. Sarah says, South Africa, just beautiful. Would love this fabric. Oh, yeah, this was a lovely, it was from Jessica. And like I say, I've lined a bag with it. So I've got my gorgeousness out of it, and I feel like I should share it because otherwise it's just going to sit there and not do anything. Brookdale says to Sarah, another Sarah Jane here too. And Sarah says hi to Brookdale. Chris says, good evening from Finders Range, South Australia. We are holding in our motorhome. Thought I would catch up with the chat before bed. Oh, good evening, Chris. Natalie says, hi all. Hello, Natalie. And Sarah says, I would like to purchase, and I love your waffle YouTube channel. Oh, thank you. All I'm asking for these scrap bundles is the cost of postage. So I may in the future start like asking for a £5, but at the moment I offered them for free. So I'm going through my list of 32 people. Right. We've got some obnoxious petunias. I loved that dress. I wish I could still get into it. Oh look, more petunias. We've got now. Oh, this goes in the red. Obviously, this goes in the red pile. I made my brother some pajama bottoms out of semi-naked Santas. This fabric was ridiculously expensive, but I had to make James some pajama bottoms out of this. I actually think Big Bird has them. I don't know if they're still a thing anymore, but yeah, that can go in the red pile, obviously. We've got some kind of psychedelic-y ones there, can go in the blue. More naked ladies. This time on green. Again, I love this dress. I wish I could still fit into it. Some blue twill I made my 6018 out of. Some green leaves from Saudi Arabia. I made a Nina Lee out of this one. That dress is short in the waist. I needed to add 2.5 inches to that one. Let's see. Gin and Pin says, not so nice of me. I'm going to be paid time and 3/4. See earlier discussion on being paid for your worth. Definitely. And Brookdale says, that's amazing. Semi-naked Santas. Yeah, I love that. My brother's in the army. If you didn't know, I really wanted him to wear it in the officer's mess. Sorry, the sergeant's mess. I don't think he did. Okay. We've got some maps. I made a Anna dress out of this. Again, I can't fit into it. Wish I could. Got a nice little pile of blues there. Oh, I'm going to add this to the pile of blues and then we're done with that one. This is a silk and lame mix from Saudi Arabia. I made a beautiful dress out of this. It was the By Hand London Flora wrap bodice turned into a proper wrap bodice with the cascade skirt from Megan Nielsen, 2 layers. And yeah, so this fabric was all the way from Saudi Arabia and it is shiny. It is silk and lame mix. So I have a big enough piece left to make something for like a top for myself from it. But I have all these kind of offcuts from cutting out the skirt. So yes, I think we will call this one good. That's like a decent randomly mixed pile, isn't it? We'll call that one good. I think we're up to number 16, weren't we, for Shelley's creation? Got that right? I have, yes. See. Phoebe says, Frumple Fabrics online still sell a load of Alexander Henry prints, so we'll definitely be looking on there. Nice. Yeah. Some of the, they did a semi-naked, oh no, they weren't. They were pin-up girl Santa, or pin-up girl in Christmas outfits skating. And I loved it, and I really wanted to buy it for a Christmas dress. But the person who had like the last 3 meter cut of it in a continuous thing was wanting £30 a meter for it. It's like I have some of the soap from 2011 and I know if I sold that I could sell that for a lot more than I bought it for, but I'm not going to. I want a dress. Okay, so this was number 16, wasn't it? Okay. So next we've got, need to put a tick by that one. Next we've got Teresa. Teresa is next. I don't know if you're here, Teresa. Tracy Gale says, I think a beautiful dress made to actually fit me perfectly is worth the money every time. Oh, totally. I totally agree. Hazel says, enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Catch you next time around, maybe. Thank you for joining us, Hazel, and good luck with your sewing journey. You can do it. Okay, so Teresa hasn't given me any specifics on colours. Oh, look, there's some more maps. I missed out of that one. Never mind. Where should we put maps? Let's put it in with some of the purples. Now I'm going to need to start a new blue pile because I have a lot of blue coming up. We've got some Avengers, some Vincent and the Doctor, Starry Night, Exploding TARDIS. Oh, this can go in with the purples. Got a lot of this. This is from my dressmaker's ball dress. It's a lame fabric, so it's gold on one side and then beautiful pansies on the other side. And I made Gertie's night and day bodice with a double circle skirt and a little jacket, and I had a belt made, and that went to the charity shop. I think this is a full fat quarter. No, it's not. It has been used, so that can go in as well. Purples. We've got some red roses satin from Spoonflower that I used to line the red coat that I said I sent to Lottie. That can go in there. This was a John Lewis fabric. Now, would this go in green or blue? I think this goes in blue, doesn't it? Turquoisey blue. That was a customer. Custom made dress. And this was from my Easter dress. I made a 6966 shirt dress from that. Then we've got some more red, some skulls. I made my niece a dress out of this. Made myself a dress out of that. Blues. Oh, here we go. Oh, some greens. Ah, parrots. Parrots. Can go in the green pile. This is an actual physical game that people play. It can go in that one. It can go in the blue pile. And so can the flamingos. Got some more naked ladies. That can go with those. This, oh, this is so pretty. This is the, got some Liberty. Would that go in with pink pile? Will it go in with purple or red? I think purple. Got some Moomin fabric. We've got quite a lot of Moomin fabric. Actually, I might put that up for sale because that did cost me a fortune. So, yeah. Oh, apparently I'm having internet issues again. I'm sorry, guys. Oh dear. Where did I get to with the chat? Phoebe says, "Going. See you later, everyone. Just going to get some lunch. Enjoy, Phoebe." The CV says, "Bye. Enjoy your lunch." Brookdale says, "Ooh, Doctor Who. Jodie Whittaker is the next from the next village to me." Oh, cool. Natalie says, "Who does the pattern for the poof that you can fill with scraps?" I've collected a lot of ugly, cheap coleslaw and cabbage making toiles. It is the closet case, closet core patterns, and you have to sign up for their website and they'll give you a free link to it. Highly recommend. Mum and I have both made one, stuffed it. Sarah says, "I look forward to listening to the channel and hopefully I will not miss out." Ciao, beautiful ladies. Thank you for joining us, Sarah. Let's see. Lots of you are having, oh dear, you're having issues with the internet again. Caroline says, "It's just hung for me too." Linda says, "Okay now." Miss Evie says, "I refreshed my page and it stopped." So she says, "Crystal clear now." Racer Girl says, "It was a data fart." Oh no, more data farts. Oh no. Hopefully it'll start behaving itself, hopefully. Oh, more parrots. That was in the green pile, wasn't it? My parrots. Yeah, what was it? Yes. Parrots in the green pile. Oh, this was a lady's curtains, and she asked me to make a skirt out of it, so I did. I think my sort of bluey turquoisey pile's got big enough now, so I'm going to put that one over there, wrap that up. This is for Teresa. Natalie says thank you. Has it refreshed? Is it getting better? So let's wrap this one up. My sticker does not want to stick. Here we go. Right. So I said this was 17, didn't I? So Teresa. Okay. 17, 17, 17, 17. Okay, so the next one is for Linda Van Ray. A giant pile of parcels down here. Oh dear, this will be fine. It will be fine. Right, I need to start another blue pile. Because we've got, this is Michael Miller, the sailing boat border print, and I made a dress out of that. I made lots of dresses out of that actually. Got a whole bunch of the spoonflower cotton silk with the peacock feathers on it. Oh, this is one of my favorite prints ever. It's Michael Miller Verity. I absolutely love, love, love this. I wonder, because I made a by hand London, no I didn't, I made a 8974 dress out of it and a gathered skirt. Did I make a gathered skirt? No, it was a circle skirt. I was going to say, I wonder if I could take the circle skirt off and make it into a race bodice, because that takes very little amounts of fabric. I might keep this because I might be able to tweak that dress, because I love that dress so much. Strawberries, stripy strawberries. It's another cotton lawn. This one is in this pile already. Got some poppies going in the red pile. Some more cherry trees that can go in the pinky purpley pile, which I think maybe one more fabric in that one, and then we can send that out. This is for Linda Van Ray. Let's see. Racer Girl says, yes, better now for the internet. Miss Evie says, oh yeah, question. How do you get your dresses to come out so fitted around the waist? Your darts always look invisible, like the fabric just molded to you, lol. I kind of decide on the amount of with woven dresses, I usually go for an inch of ease at the waist, sometimes less, depending on how much I'm willing to tolerate being squeezed in. So yeah, it's depending on the amount of ease that you go for, as well as the sewing of it, and it's just you kind of have to test things out and see what fit you like and what you're willing to wear as well. Racer Girl says, love Michael Miller fabrics and fabric traditions. So many pretty fabrics you have. These are all stuff that I've made. It's really fun going through all this. Alexandra says, Caf Facet has a new printout called Colisoni. I think you might like it. Is it the one with the leaves? I've seen that. Do like that. Okay, got some more blues there. That was a purse, a dress, and a dress. It's quite a lot of this one. I'm going to start a new pile for that one. Actually, no, I'm going to put that in with the pinky ones. And then this is for Linda. Linda Van Ray. Miss Evie says, calculate the ease. Okay, I mostly just use stiff cottons. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I usually go for about an inch of ease around my waist. So there is still some movement, but not a lot. It is very fitted. But it is a case of like trial and error. Try a few things out, see what you like. This is one of the reasons that I remake patterns that I love so often, is because I've got the fit right. And as you saw with the 7319, it took me 6 times to get to the point where it was like, this is the right size for me. Okay, so this is for Linda, number 18. Lost my pen again. Number 18. Okay. Running out of room. Next, we've got Steffi Broom. Right, I'm going to bring my phone back over. It's been charging for a little while. Should be slightly better. Why won't you let me? There we go. Steffi Broom. Okay. It's another Michael Miller. I've made a shirt dress out of this. Oh, I shouldn't sing that, should I? That's really bad. Sorry, that immediately makes me think of that Lady and the Tramp. But that's just no. No. If anyone watched Sostein's Disney video, then you know why. Sorry. That was terrible. Right, some crane cotton I made mama dress out of. There's some poinsettia that I've made a dress out of, which I've actually since sold because it was one of my shorter Anna dresses. I think I'm going to call the red collection done. Got 2 pieces of tissue out of that. Let's see if there's one more red fabric. Yes, here we go. Made a mama dress out of this as well. Timeless Treasures Palazzo. Right, there we go. So that's the red bundle. Caroline says Colison is enamel work, usually beads and such, so I bet that's pretty. Natalie says stiff cotton isn't going to hug your curves like viscose. Yeah, so cotton lawn quilting cottons are what I make. Oh, hello. Sorry. Quilting cottons, cotton lawns, cotton poplin are what I make some of my dresses out of. For this is a rayon, and this is very drapey. if I was to make a fitted bodice out of a rayon fabric, I would actually interline it with cotton lawn so that it had a bit more structure. Just because I've made a fitted bodice out of a rayon and the seams started like just ripping, and it wasn't because I was too chubby for it. It did get to the point where I was too chubby for it, but when it was under tension, it just, yeah. So yes, viscose will drape better, but I still would interline viscose for a fitted bodice with a cotton lawn to give it a little bit more structure. Yeah, I mean, the fabric choice obviously does play a big part in what your dress is going to come out looking like as well. Okay, so who was this one for? Who did I say this one was? Steffi Broom. Let's hope Steffi is feeling in a Christmassy mood, because that's a very Christmassy parcel. Poinsettia and semi-naked Santas. And Steffi was number 19. Number 19. Then, so tick that one. Donna Perry is next. Miss Evie says, yeah, exactly. I'm on to try 3 of the McCall's shirt dress, trying to get the fit just okay. Losing weight in between tries doesn't help much either, though. Lol, thank you. Miss Evie says to Natalie, true, but I mostly only get cottons from my old college teacher who got me into sewing and don't access or funds to much else. Something cheap, sometimes cheap satin off Amazon now and then. Lol. And Miss Evie says, so far they keep coming out like a lumpy potato sack. Are you in the Peeps group, Miss Evie? Because we could try and help with some, like if you put up some images and stuff, we can see if we can help with some fitting kind of help. But we really need to see, we really need to see kind of what's the issues are so that we can try and sort of say, oh, maybe try this or this. Racer Girl says, I prefer wovens because most other fabrics make me itch up a storm. I enjoy working with cottons and it's nice and cool for summer. Yeah, I mean, for the first sort of like 3 or 4 years, I pretty much exclusively worked with quilting cottons because I liked the prints and they were so easy to work with. And then I started in on the viscose. I'd say viscose is now my favorite fabric. But I do like cotton lawn as well. Natalie says, oh, for sure, most of my woven clothes I've made from old sheets or whatnot because I have a limited budget. Yeah. That's another good thing is like thrift stores sometimes do have like sheets and stuff that you can use for wearable muslin fodder. Racer Girl says, Miss Evie does that to me also, but I finally learned to grey the pattern and take some out of these. Miss Evie says, okay, I'll join today. I keep forgetting about the group. Promise the hive mind is awesome. The hive mind is brilliant because they're all just like different expertise on different things. So definitely worth joining. Okay, made a purse out of this. We've got some chocolatey biscuity fabric on cotton. Made pajamas out of that. Some sailor foxes. Made a dress out of that. I love the sailor foxes. I think we're getting to the, you can tell that I like blues. I think we're gonna go for that pile with the blues. And this one is for Donna Perry. Racer Girl says, I've never used viscose, don't even know what it feels like, lol. Viscose was created in the 40s. It's I keep flashing my, I'm a little bit too chubby for this dress at the moment. It was created in the 40s as an alternative to silk. It's made from plant fibers, so it's a natural fiber, but a man-made fabric. I mean, they're all man-made, aren't they, really? But yeah, so like plant cellulose is what rayon is made out of. It's got like a nice, cool feeling to it. It drapes really well. It's quite thin. Viscose challis is very thin. Viscose crepes can be thicker. You get all different weights of viscose, basically. Like a viscose twill can be quite thick indeed. And I just like the way it moves. I like how drapey it is, and it's really nice to wear. Okie dokie. So this was number 21 for Donna Perry, because number 20 wanted knit fabric, so I did that parcel earlier. So 21 for Donna. There, my pile is getting giant. Next we have Sonia Huffman. Got some greens here. A little bit more green. Greeny, greeny, green. Oh, this was such a pretty dress. I wish I'd saved this fabric. It was a border print. It's really pretty. But I didn't like how the dress came out in the end. It was the By Hand London Anna maxi skirt, and it was a bit of a fail, but never mind. Never mind. So this one is Sonia Huffman. This one's quite a chunky one. Very glad that I asked for postage to be paid by you guys, because there is absolutely zero chance that I could afford this otherwise. Oh, I need to put the number on it, don't I? So that's number 22. Sonia Huffman. Okay. Need to tick that off. Then Tamanika is next. Okay, so we've got some browny beiges, some more blue and some more red. And blue. Where did I get to with the chat? Where did I get to with the chat? Let's see. Where did I get to? Alexandra says, viscose feels soft, floaty and cool. Rachel Lynn says, good morning all. Good morning. Miss Evie says to Racer Girl, I'm learning. Just tried yesterday and made a little pinafore type thing that came out better. Tried using chiffon for a Simplicity 70s wrap dress and it actually looked nice. Ooh, nice. Working with chiffon can be problematic, so well done. Natalie says, but there's a crispness of some cottons that don't lend themselves to curving around without finessing the darts. In my limited experience, I'm definitely not an expert on fit. No, agreed. There are some thicker, or like you said, crisper cottons that you really, again, it's getting the feel for the type of fabric that you have for the type of pattern that it will work for. And that is something that comes with time. Miss Evie says, is viscose very sheer? It looks nice like chiffon, but better quality. No, they can be sheer. The lighter the print, the sheerer they can be. Like my the Savannah that I've been banging on about. This is my bit that I've kept for like cuffs and so you can see my hand through that, can't you? Like on that cream base. So they can be sheer depending on the color of them and the weight of them. This is a viscose chalet, so it's a lightweight one. But then you can get like darker colors. Like this is a viscose. I would say this is just a plain viscose. It's a slightly heavier than that chalet, and this is not sheer at all. But again, it's on a darker print. Then like viscose twills and things like that get heavier and heavier. So it again depends on the weight of it. Alexandra says, Racer Girl, go into some shops and read the labels on ready-to-wear clothes to give you an idea of different fabrics in garments. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Racer Girl says, I will look into viscose then. Thanks for the info, peeps. No worries. If you're in the US, one of the ones that I really like and is not badly priced is Telio. So if you go onto fabric.com and put in Telio, Telio, viscose, it'll come up with some really pretty prints, but also they viscose chalets are ones that I've worked with quite a lot. That's where my stripy goldfish fabric came from. Caroline says to Racer Girl, where are you based? And Racer Girl says, good idea to Alexandra, and she's in the US. Viscose, Alexandra says, viscose is also called rayon depending on your country. Yes, rayon, yes, it's called that here. Alexandra says, there you go. Yeah, thank you. I got told the other day that rayon was actually a brand name for a type of viscose, but I don't know how accurate that is. Guys can let me know. Natalie says you can get viscose in different weights, like most other fibers, and sheerness can be affected by how light or dark the color is. Racer Girl says, I never knew rayon was a natural fiber. Lol. Yes. It's still a very water intensive process to make rayon. There are some more eco-friendly ones like Tencel rayon or Tencel viscose is a lot less water hungry to make, so it's a lot more economical and eco-friendly, but all fabric is water hungry to make. Miss Evie says, oh, okay, me either. I thought it was a type of plastic or something. No, and acetate as well. Rayon acetate linings. Again, acetate, depending on, double check this, but I looked because I thought acetate was a plastic. Acetate is also a plant-based fiber. So I use the Lady McElroy viscose acetate lining because it's breathable. Alexandra says, the pulp is turned into thread, therefore breathes. Natalie says, just FYI, can shrink quite a bit. Yes, pre-wash your viscoses and pre-wash them in the way that you plan on intending on treating your garment, 100%. Racer Girl says, I see, I will look into it then. Shrinkage I'm used to with cottons. Nice, thanks. Yes, I have seen Telio. I see, thanks again. No worries. And Miss Evie says, oh, okay, join the group. It doesn't look like you were too chubby for this dress. It just looks really nice on you. Thank you. It's just usually I can do it up a little bit because this actually is meant to come to here, so I'm a good sort of like 2 inches off actually being able to close this the way it does, so it's a little bit kind of cleavage-tastic every now and again. Right, we're nearly at the bottom of this pile, so we've got some pinks. This is one of the very first dresses I made. Pinks and some more roses. I'm going to put those together with the red ones. Oh, in fact, we are at the bottom. I'm going to have to smoosh some of these together, I think. Some grey from my sister-in-law's 6966, my very first sew-along that I ever did. It's another Christmassy one. I'll put that in with that, and I'll put that in with that. And then we've got some penguins. And we've got some nebula silk, so that can go in with that. That can go in with that. I'm going to keep the penguins because that's a full fat quarter. So I have emptied a box, which is amazing. Emptied box, which is brilliant. Right, so this one is for number 23 for Tamanika. She's got the semi-naked ladies, some viscose, and some cotton silk in there. And then wrap that one up. So that was 23. And then, oh, just drawn on myself, fabulous. Then my last one is going to number 24, which is Linda Spring. And then that means that everybody that commented on the first video has got a package, which is awesome. And then I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more people. Racer Girl, you are, as I say, number 29, and Nimroy is 27, and I got to 24 today. But there will be more scraps being made in the future. So you guys will have first refusal of the next batch, and then they will just go up on the website as a free-for-all for whoever wants them. Oh, look at that! I got exactly the right number of bags out as well. Awesome. Okay, so this one is number 24. Right. Okay, so I'm going to go through and weigh all of these and put the actual weight next to the number, so that when because I know some of them are a little bit smaller than others, so when I put them on the shop, hopefully the shop should accurately calculate everybody's weight and postage therefore. Okay, so I can put my tissue paper away. This tissue paper is away. We've got Mum's quilt under here as well, the dragon quilt, because my uncle is still decorating his house and he doesn't want to get it ruined. Right. So I didn't use any of my packing boxes, but that's because the parcels came out quite big. If I tried to use one of these, there wouldn't be much fabric in it at all. Okay, so I've got fat quarters there. I'm so glad I read that Secret Santa swap thing a bit better when she said she didn't like Moomins, because can you imagine if I'd made her an NCW with this in it and she'd have just been like horrified. And then I do want to try and rework this dress so they can all go into the stash over here. Actually, trying to be tidy and organised. There we go. Okay. Right, I've got 24 parcels to send out. Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's see. Nimue says, I find princess seams sometimes easier to fit around curves nicely. Once you get comfortable with how to pin and sew them, it saves you any pointiness of a dart. Very true. Racer Girl says, it looks great on you, but it's all about how you feel in it. Thank you. Miss Evie says, that's so interesting. Noted. Pre-wash. I forgot to wash and iron my practice cotton yesterday before cutting out the pattern and watched it shrink in front of me as I ironed it. It came out small. Oof, yeah. Racer Girl says, oh, Miss Evie, lesson learned, I hope. And Miss Evie says to Nimue, our princess seams are basically just curvy seams. I keep seeing them. Pretty much, yeah. And Miss Evie says to Racer Girl, yes, lol, it shrank about ½ an inch. Oh, wow, like a magic trick. Natalie says, sorry, Miss Evie, I laughed. I have shrunk dress in my remake pile. It happens to everyone at least once, lol. I mean, yeah, exactly. Same to me. I don't think I've ever had a dress shrink. I had a skirt shrink that I don't think I pre-washed, but that was probably about 20 years ago that I made it. So Natalie says to Miss Evie, yes, you can create the fit with curves rather than darts. And Nimue says, penguins. I miss all the pretties looking at my seams. Yes, there were penguins. I bought them because my cousin loves penguins and I was going to make her an NCW, but I don't think she'd ever actually use it, so I never got around to it. Racer Girl says, I heard flannel can shrink about 10%. My favourite thing to make is flannel PJs. Nice. I always pre-wash the same way that I do my wash. Good plan. That's definitely what you should do. Miss Evie says to Natalie, I just stared at it and my drawer dropped for a bit and I was like, well, that's not going to fit now. Debbie says, I now have an earworm of Beyonce's All the Single Ladies, but with the words semi-naked ladies. Brilliant. Miss Evie says to Nimue, that sounds much easier. Barbara says, Racer Girl, yes, always pre-wash flannel. I know from experience. That was pretty wash flannel. Okay. Natalie says, I love flannel PJ bottoms, easy to fit, easy to sew, and great as a gift as well. Yeah, I did PJ bottoms the same year I did the semi-naked Santas. I gave everyone else flannel tartan ones. I was terrible though, and I didn't match the tartan across the legs, but I was making them quickly for like 5 people, so yeah. Racer Girl says, finally learned to laugh at my mistakes. This world is harsh enough to be too hard on ourselves. Exactly. Miss Evie says to Racer Girl, so true. Nimue says to Miss Evie, I find it gives you more freedom for a smooth fit. It's important to pin and the seam line rather than cut edge and figure out which side is up is easier to maneuver under the machine. Yes. Also, if you are doing princess seams, stay stitching. If your seam allowance is 5/8 of an inch, stay stitching at ½ an inch, and then clipping into those curves will help you to align the stitching line properly and also to pin it all into place without having to worry about any puckers getting sewn in. I personally like to sew the side with more volume on top because I can control it better, but I know Tomcat Stitchery sews it with the underneath the voluminous side underneath because her feed dogs sort it out, so it's just personal preference. Racer Girl says, yes, Natalie, great gifts if they're personalised. Flannel shrinks so much. Natalie says, you have to laugh. It might be a waste of time and money, but at least you learned from it. And no one died. Lol. Yeah. Elena says to Debbie, thank you for the earworm. Trying not to laugh too hard by myself. Barbara says, I made flannel PJ bottoms for family members last year for Christmas. Sorry for previous typos. Don't worry. I know what you meant, Barbara. Alexandra says, what do you do, Shan, with all the clear space that you have made? Well, technically, I haven't really made clear space. I have just emptied bags that have been taking up like floor space. So I now have more floor space and less bags to move around when I move things, when I change the room over from cutting configuration to sewing configuration. Miss Evie says to Nimue, I see, taking notes. Racer Girl says, nice, Barbara. I bet there was a bit, that was a hit at Christmas. Didn't notice any typos at all. Kate says, ooh, I never considered clipping before even pinning. It might be a game changer. Yes, stay stitch, clip, then pin, then sew. I've gotten to the point where I kind of just smoosh it in unless it's really, really kind of like a pronounced curve, which some of them are on me. But yeah, stay stitch, clip up to the stay stitching, pin, sew. Yeah. It might seem like a lot of extra work, but it just makes the sewing of it in easier. And then if you don't have to unpick because there's no tucks or puckers in it, then you've saved yourself some time. Alexandra says, so dancing room for you now. Yes. And Miss Evie says, I'm taking so many notes in my little sewing notebook today. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Somebody commented on the last hangout, was like 5 hours. Who watches 5 hours for this? And they didn't mean it meanly at all. They said they like my tutorials and stuff, but it was just like, yeah, it's like, well, you know, it's like, it's a live hangout. That's the point. And then I put them up later because I know some of you guys like to stick me on and listen to me waffle at you and the chat. Because this is why I read all the chat out, because it's easier for people who don't want to sit and just watch it and then read the chat and see what I'm responding to. That's why I read all the comments out, because that way you don't have to pay attention to the screen. You can have me waffling in the background. Yeah, I don't think we'll be going for 5 hours today. We've been doing 2.5 hours already, though. I need to pull the table out, put my box back. He's so heavy. Oh, actually, it's not too bad. So, woo! Forgot the bottoms of these come out. Empty box. Oh, this is so nice. Will it fit? Yes, it will fit. So I've got 3 empty boxes down there now. 3 whole empty boxes, and there we go. Table's back over there. And that's really nice because it will give me somewhere to store stuff if I need it. Although I don't want to get into this situation again, so I am literally, when I have a pile, like one cutting out session will create a pile of cabbage that I'm then just going to put on the shop immediately. But it's all this stuff that's just been there, and I've been meaning to do things with it, and I just never got around to it, and it's not taunting me anymore, which is great. So now I need to weigh them and see how much they weigh so that I can put an accurate, oh, don't knock my water over. Do you know what? That's a kilo as well. Okay, so 1 kg. I know some of these are going to be a bit heavier. .1. This one I think is going to be heavier. Oh wow, that's 1.7. Blimey. I think this might be going to America as well, so I might have to give her first refusal on a slightly lighter one. But the fabrics were just so perfect together, they had to go together. Yeah, that's a kilo. That's 1.1. $17 is 1. I have to see how well my shop does with calculating all of this. 16. 1.1. So I appreciate that some of these might end up being really expensive postage wise, and some people may want to refuse them. So if that's the case, then like the next person on the list will get first refusal, which I think is a fair way to do it. And then if everybody refuses them, then they'll just go up in the shop for anyone to purchase free as they like. Ooh, okay. So this one, Jill's, is just under a kilo. I'm still going to put it on as a kilo because, like I say, if it overcharges you by more than £1, I will refund the difference for postage. Oh, that's a heavy one. 1.4. Parcels falling everywhere. Okay, so number 4, Leslie, yours is 1.1. Oh, this is everyone. Sharon, I'm sorry. 1.6. 1.1 for Anna. $13. Deanna. So that is 900 grams. They're all making a bid for freedom. Oh, this one's heavy. I didn't do very well at being overly accurate with these, did I? 20. So that's 1.6. I'm glad I measured these, because if I'd have just put 1.1 kilo for everyone, then I would have been undercharged for some of these on postage. And I am sorry, but I cannot afford to pay for the postage on these. Okay, so number 10, that's a kilo. Number 12. That's 1.3 kg. Number 2, Caroline, yours is 1.5 kilos. Sorry. Oh, this one's heavy as well. Ooh, Claire. Yeah, yours is 1.5 as well. Running out of room. Number 6, Lottie. Yours is 1.1. stitch, hem, sew is just under a kilo. Number 11. Number 9. Hope if I could see it. 1.1. And then the last one, number 7, for Angela. 1.1. Okay. Yeah, they've all got weights on them now. I've got to get all that to the post office. Oh, that's going to take me a little while to do, you guys. So I will do it on a first come, first served basis for whoever pays for their postage. Now they're trying to make a bid for freedom. That's not good. Wow. So I still have like 3 of these, which are dog bed stuffing. So actually I've got 23 parcels here, not 24, because Janet Kingshot asked for dog bed stuffing. So I'm going to find out from Janet if she would be happy with the kind of like coleslaw, because yeah, all of that, I feel like there's definitely potential for like actual things to be made from it. Right, let me catch up with the chat. Let's see. Where did I get to? Oh wow, this. Elena says, will we see how fast you will fill those bags again? Yes. Well, no, because like I say, what I'm going to do going forward is when I have a cutting out session, like I have with the Savannah here, once I've made up a kilo bundle of it, or just over a kilo, it turns out, I will package it up, take a photo of it, package it up, put it on the website, and first come, first served. Once I've gone through the remaining people who want some, because I've got 8 people here, 9 including Janet, that still want something. So I'll go through those ones first and then start putting them up on the website. Racer Girl says, Kate's all curves clip. It does help a lot. Yes, of course they stitch too. Extra work is still less work if you don't do the extra work. Yeah. Charlie says, I'm back after a lengthy conversation about hard water and shower heads, hoping I haven't missed anything exciting. Kathleen says, so far I've matched up 15 patterns with fabric. Since I finished the trench coat yesterday, I can get on with these creations. Very nice. Miss Evie says, I try to sew whilst listening sometimes too. I love it. Hours. Heck yeah. Kate says, yeah, I've always clipped after sewing, before pressing though, rather than before. Yeah. Miss Evie says 5 hours, lol. Natalie says, I'm usually popping in and out whilst doing chores or sewing. I can't sit for 5 hours of anything. No, me either. I wouldn't be able to I would have to be doing something if I was watching somebody else's live stream, for sure. Yeah. Racer Girl says, Kathleen, wow, did you have time to eat? Lol. Racer Girl says, Kate, will be a game changer for clipping curves. Racer Girl says to Natalie, I'm the same. I have trouble sitting still, even for sewing. I learn to do a bit, then do a bit of something else, then a bit of something else, then something else, then go back to sewing. Carolyn says, I'm working along listening with the chat today and here, oh, that's a kilo as well. My first thought was, today on KB Narcos. It does look like a giant pile of questionable substance, doesn't it? When I go to the post office, they're going to be like, what are you sending out? Fabric? I could say cabbage, couldn't I? No, because then you can't send foodstuffs abroad, can you? So yeah, cabbage probably wouldn't be the best idea. Natalie says, absolutely. Plus, I have family and cats that are constantly demanding attention. I may have ADHD. My sister does, so it's likely. And good night. It's 9 a.m. here. Lol. Good night, Natalie. Thank you for joining us. And Alexandra says, it's after midnight here. Good night, lovelies. Good night, Alexandra. Racer Girl says, night to Alexandra, nice to meet you. Box 3D says, good afternoon, everyone. Hello. Alexandra says, have fun sewing, Racer Girl. Box 3D says, what are we doing today? Today I was packaging up all of my scraps and cabbage that people have requested, and I am 8 parcels short, but I still have 23 parcels next to me. So I've got there's over 23 kilos of fabric here. Bloody hell. Excuse my French. Wow. That's a lot, isn't it? That's why I'm going to take it to the post office in batches as well. Racer Girl says, thanks, Alexandra, you too. Kathleen says, Racer Girl, too early to eat here in the US, but I always take time to eat. Racer Girl says, I was told to eat every 2 hours to gain weight. Can't force myself to eat. Oof. Yeah. If you're not hungry, nothing worse than trying to force yourself to eat if you're not hungry. Yvonne says, hi all, as usual, late to the party. Hi, Yvonne. Caroline says, I'm okay with that. Racer Girl says, but I always try to eat before doing a project. Miss Evie says to Sian in a whispery little old voice, darling, I can see your under things. Yeah. There's a little. I have got like a lacy thing on underneath this. This isn't my bra, so I know I'm flashing lacy slip at you a little bit, but it is a slip. Miss Evie says, old lady, sigh, better make coffee. Racer Girl says, lol to Miss Evie. Kathleen says, Racer Girl, I'm doing intermittent fasting to lose a few and it's working. Debbie says, does your post office have a drop and go? I find it very useful when destashing. Ooh, I need to have a look at that, don't I? Yeah. Because I can print the postage labels on PayPal as well. Yeah. Miss Evie says to Kathleen, I'm down 70 pounds from doing intermittent fasting. It works. Racer Girl says, that's hard to do, Kathleen. Sounds like you're doing okay. And Natalie says, good night to Alexandra. I'm still here. Yes. Good. Right. Okay. Well, we've been going for nearly 3 hours. Wow. I did want to try and tidy up my quilting cotton pile because it's looking a bit messy and it is something that's always in shot. So I might turn you guys around. I'm going to take the scales back up to the kitchen because I stole them from Mum. My phone needs to go back on charge because it is dying. And then I shall turn you guys around. We can just neaten up that cubby hole because that's looking a bit messy, isn't it? So we'll neaten that up. Oh, in preparation for my McCall's sew along for the cape, the Zimmerman recreation, I one of my scraps that you guys aren't getting, I cut out some bias binding. Got to sew that all together, but it was textured, and if you look closely at the Zimmerman, the binding on that has texture on it. So this is the Bisou suiting that I got from Lady McElroy. I've made a dress, a skirt, a waistcoat, and now bias binding out of it for my cape. So that is kind of what I was thinking of doing with all those scraps that I've just destashed. But then I also realised I don't usually use print bias binding. I don't like it. I prefer plain. So I just realised that was never going to happen. Right, okay, let's get all this out and then try and put it away a little bit more neatly because it is a little bit of a mess, which is not what we want. This that's all Chiana fluff. That was in my room for a little while, and Chiana just decided that it was her new bed. It's all Chiana fluff. Probably ought to wash that. Right. So these have been beautifully folded by Mum to be the right size. So we ought to try and continue in that theme and get things to be kind of at least the right size, oughtn't we? Be help if you could see me a little bit. There we go. It's better, isn't it? Even the Chiana. That's the colour it's meant to be. Probably ought to wash that. Am I going to? No, I'm just going to turn it inside out and I'll wash it before I use it another time. Okay. Yeah, let's sort this out because it is getting a little bit messy in here. So, got the apple core quilt that Caroline gave me for Christmas last year. Then lots of, like, I pre-cut all this for a quilt that I was doing and I needed very little of it, as it turns out. And then, okay, let's get this out. Oh, no, don't fall. It all fell. Right. So what I was hoping to do, these are all t-shirts for a t-shirt quilt that I want to do, and I want them to stay back there squished like that. So I'm going to put the ones that Mum's neatly folded in next. I'm going to have to take those t-shirts out. I was hoping I could smoosh around that, but I can't. So Wilson's given me some of his old t-shirts. We went through and cleared out his wardrobes when I helped him move. And yeah, so he said that it's fine. Sorry, flashing my underwear. We're going to combine them. He's happy to have some of my t-shirts and his t-shirts combined, which is very nice. Because the other fabric I've got isn't folded so deeply, so these should fit back there. And I've probably got enough to make this t-shirt quilt now. So wedge those in. And then put this back in on top. There we go. Then my strips can go on the side like they did before. And he gave me these two sarongs that he got from Malaysia. I don't know what I'm going to do with those yet, but they can go in there. And then a little kit that I got from Caroline can go in there. And that just, it's not a lot neater, but it's a bit neater. Makes me happy. Keep flashing, don't I? Let's see. Carolyn says, when I'm trying intermittent fasting, I put on 15 pounds in 6 weeks' time. My body went straight into starvation mode. Doctor said intermittent fasting is not a smart way to control your weight. Miss Evie says, oh lol, my daughter gets a kick out of the term under things like fancy underwear. Miss Evie says, I try to use it wherever possible. Totally. Racer Girl says, wow, bias binding. Yes, that's a lot of bias binding. Debbie says the Lily Par designs over at Canberra bra might be useful for plunging necklines. Yeah, I have got a balconette bra and a slip-on underneath this, so it's probably why it's showing quite so much as well. Kathleen says to Miss Evie, that's fabulous. I've lost 10. My motivation was I didn't want to sew a size 16 pattern. Racer Girl says, same here, plain fabrics for bindings. Claire Rosie says, do you make your own slips, Sean? If so, what pattern do you use? Usually find them too tight for the girls or too big around my waist. If I buy them, thinking of making some. I would like to make some. I haven't made any. I get mine from Next and they're all slightly stretchy. Miss Evie says, Kathleen, that's so good motivation. I did feel nice to realise I was sewing 2 sizes too big now when I started. Had health issues, so fasting helped regulate it. Racer Girl says, I have a washing machine from hell. I've had to babysit it after the wash cycle before the rinse cut. Oh no. Elena says, my brain is pushing me to do some sewing, but I need to finish this room redo today. You can do it. And then just reward yourself with sewing. And then Natalie says to Racer Girl, thanks for reminding me. I have a load of washing in the dryer, waiting for the dryer. I think we've done really well today. I mean, that's over 23, 24 kilos of fabric there. There's probably about 30 kilos of fabric there that you guys have helped me destash, which is awesome. So thank you. Again, sorry. Slip. I knew when I put this one on, I was like, I think I might still be slightly too big for it because you can see there's also drag lines here, which aren't usually there because like I say, I'm just ever so slightly on the chubbier side at the moment, but never mind. So I'm going to call it a day early because I did 5 hours last week. This week I'm only going to do 3 because my mouth is dry and I've run out of water. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It was really nice having you guys keep me company whilst I did it. I am now going to go and list these all onto the website. You take the link, put the link in the comment of the person who wanted it. They can have first refusal on it. If they don't want it, I'm just going to ask that they let me know, and then that way I can put it up for the next person, or in that case I can then put it up for general kind of like who would like these things. So yeah, I feel very virtuous. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Tomorrow I'm going to start on this pile of things. Probably going to start with the knits because I've got 3 knit tops in there, so I'll get those done because I can do that in a day, and then I'll be on to the 7537 with the tiered skirt. I'm really looking forward to that one. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I know it's not the usual hangout, but it has been very nice having you keep me company whilst I've been doing it, so thank you. Let's see, where did I get to? Carolyn says, Sean, when sliding fabric on top of the other fabric into the cubbies, use a piece of cardboard or an inexpensive thin plastic cutting board, place fabric on it. That's a very good idea. That is a very good idea. Natalie says, I like prints for Hong Kong finished seams. I think it's fun. I do too on a plain, but most of the stuff I make, as you guys know, is print. So that's why I prefer plain bias binding, because I don't like print clashing. I'm not very good at it. Racer Girl says, Natalie, I hope you don't find your washer 5 feet from where it's meant to be. Oof, wow. Natalie says it shimmies a few inches every few months, but not that much. Have a lovely day, afternoon, everyone. Miss Evie says, sorry, Sean, wasn't trying to sound rude about the other things. I tend to notice little things and make it a joke. Please don't be insecure. The dress still looks very gorgeous on you. Oh, no, I knew that when I was putting it on today. Don't worry. It's fine. Racer Girl says, that's where we found ours. So now I have to pause the machine and rebalance it before it unbalances to next door. Oh, wow. Nimue says, very productive Sunday afternoon. My biscuit roll refuses to roll, so we're having layer cake. Nice. Elena says, see you in 2 weeks. We'll have to miss the next 2 hangouts. We'll see you when we see you, Elena. Teresa says, have a great day, everyone. I will have to watch this back because I've only caught the last half hour. Your parcel's in there, Teresa. So I'm going to be letting you know what the link is soon. Miss Evie, Natalie, Vox3D, Rachel Lynn, all saying goodbye. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you for joining me. I will be here next weekend. I am not going back to London until the 19th of November. So there will be some more hangouts coming your way, end of October and the beginning of November. So I shall see you then. And now I have to try and end it gracefully. Bye.